welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Matt.
I'm Winnie.
Today we're looking at day 2 of our article called Fukuoka, a Feast of Culture. So last time we talked a bit about this city in Japan, which often gets overlooked in favor of places like Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. But it actually has a lot to offer to tourists, including its castle ruins, which you can see, and especially if you go around March, you can see it with the cherry blossoms, which are very beautiful.
Right, and I have been told that if you are a Demon Slayer fan, you might kind of recognize Fukuoka because a lot of the Demon Slayer content was inspired by Fukuoka.
Wow, very interesting. Yeah, and also we learned last time that another great reason to go to Fukuoka is for the food. The ramen there is world famous, and that was one of my favorite things there when I visited.
Well, let's get today's article started.
Away from the busy center of Fukuoka, there is a wide variety of other attractions to enjoy. For instance, Dazaifu Tenmangu is a shrine dedicated to the god of learning. The area surrounding the shrine is filled with stands selling grilled red bean mochi. Besides, the shrine's peaceful garden, with almost 6,000 plum trees, makes for a leisurely afternoon walk. Take note of the ox statue at the shrine's entrance, too, as it's said that whoever touches it will acquire wisdom.
Hi there. Today we are reading part 2 of our article called Fukuoka, a Feast of Culture.
Let's get it started. Away from the busy center of Fukuoka, there is a wide variety of other attractions to enjoy. So if the food wasn't, reason enough to go, we've got a lot of things you can enjoy. We have the word variety, and that basically just means different types of something. You've got many options. So for example, you could say we tried a variety of games at the party. So they didn't just play one game. So at Fukuoka, there's going to be a variety of things you can do.
And we have some examples. So, for instance, Dazaifu Tenmangu is a shrine dedicated to the god of learning. The area surrounding the shrine is filled with stands selling grilled red bean mochi.
Now, they really do love their food in Fukuoka.
That's right, and grilled mochi, I do like sometimes to eat grilled mochi, but red bean mochi, I'm not a big fan of red bean, so that might not be the one for me.
Me too, but I will definitely give it a go because, I mean, come on, they're grilling it really slowly. That must taste really special.
Yeah, and I like to try everything once, so I would definitely try this if I were at this shrine.
That is true. All right, let's go to Hanny and see what she has to say.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 今天要继续跟着课文游览福冈。我们远离繁华市中心，其实还有各种的景点值得探访，像太宰府天满宫是供奉学问之神的神社，神社周边还有许多贩卖烤红豆麻糬的摊位哦。好，我们来看看单字 variety 名词，它表示各式各样、种类或是变化。那我们可以用到或 and 加上形容词 variety of 加名词去表达各种各式各样的什么什么。文中它用到 a shrine dedicated to the God of Learning 来表达供奉学问之神的神社。我们学一下 shrine 这个名词就表示神社、神殿或圣坛。Dedicate 这个动词则表示把点点点用于特定的用途。好，接滑课文中。
All right, thank you, Hanny. Let's get back to the article. Besides, the shrine's peaceful garden with almost 6,000 plum trees makes for a leisurely afternoon walk. Wow, 6,000 plum trees.
Yeah, so that must be very beautiful as well when the plum blossoms are in bloom.
It must smell amazing.
So these are plum trees, and a plum is a kind of fruit. It's a small round or oval fruit, which is usually purple or can be also reddish in color. They're used in a lot of Japanese foods and drinks and things like that. They're very popular in Japan.
Yeah.
So we have an example sentence, the farmer sells soft, juicy plums in July.
I don't think I've ever had a Japanese plum, but I do love like those purple plums that are like orange on the inside. I think they might be a little bit different, but I feel like I would really like this. And we also mentioned a leisurely walk. And when something is leisurely, we're talking about something that's relaxed. You know, you're not in a rush. That means you're walking at a slow pace and you're enjoying it. So for example, you could say, Lucas ate a leisurely breakfast on the bench. So he's probably not eating a big feast, and it's a very chilled breakfast.
All right, back to the article. Take note of the ox statue at the shrine's entrance too, as it's said that whoever touches it will acquire wisdom.
Oh, interesting. Okay, because that's kind of special to me because I was born in the year of the ox. So I've always really liked, you know, cows and oxes. And it kind of makes sense that they represent wisdom in a way because, you know, they're very wise.
Okay, well, just by touching this ox, you might be able to acquire wisdom. So this word acquire means to obtain or to get, or it can also mean to learn something. So basically, when you don't have something and then you have something, then you have acquired that thing. So if you are acquiring wisdom, you are getting that wisdom. You will then have that wisdom. So we have an example sentence. When you practice music every day, you acquire the skill to stay on pitch.
All right, well, let's go to Hanny.
课文接着提到，神社宁静的庭园非常适合午后悠闲漫步。那边有将近6000株的梅树。那么神社入口处有牛的雕像，据说触摸它就能获得智慧。好，单字 plum 这个字表示梅或是李。那么 leisurely 则是形容悠闲的、从容的。Acquire 这个动词表示获得，像是获得知识、技巧等等。那这边还有3个重点。第一个，我们来学习 make for 的不同意思。首先可以表达造就、导致，那它是及物片语动词，可以引申为形成、造就了什么什么，或是非常适合某活动。例如 ，This spacious rooftop makes for a great place to throw parties。这个宽敞的屋顶非常适合举办派对。那第二个，它可以表达走向，向什么什么前进，用来描述移动的方向。举例来说 ，He left the office and made straight for home。他离开办公室就直接回家了。第二个重点是 it's said 加上 that 子句可以表达据说怎么样，像 it's said that the celebrity couple is getting a divorce。据说那对名人夫妻要离婚了。好，那第3个重点是复合关系代名词 whoever 的用法。复合关系代名词是由 who、whom、which、what 加上 EVER 形成的，具有先行词加上关系代名词的功能，因此呢，前面就不需要再加先行词。那所引导的子句可以把它视为名词子句，在句中当主词或受词用，偶尔也可以做补语用。例如 Whoever solves the riddle will get a prize。解开谜题的人将获得一份奖品。那这边的 whoever solves the riddle 是当主词用。另外一个例句 ，You can buy whatever you want。你可以买任何你想要的东西。这时候 whatever you want 是当受词用。接话课文中。
All right, thanks, Hanny. So now we know some even more reasons to visit Fukuoka, but we still got more to learn when we come back for the second part of the article, so we will see you then.
If the sea appeals to you more, a short ferry ride is all it takes to reach Nokonoshima. On the island, visitors can rent bikes and cycle through flower fields that burst into vivid yellow during the spring. This picture-perfect yellow blanket offers a contrast to the pink cherry blossoms and the blue sea. The island also has several relaxing, pretty beaches. Exploring Fukuoka shrines, tasting its famous ramen, or taking a short trip to nearby islands are just a few of the many ways to make the most of a trip to the city. It may not be as known as Japan's larger cities, but that's exactly what makes Fukuoka such a special destination to discover.
Welcome back from the break. Let's continue on with the article. If the sea appeals to you more, a short ferry ride is all it takes to reach Nokonoshima. On the island, visitors can rent bikes and cycle through flower fields that burst into vivid yellow during the spring. That sounds awesome. I love riding a bike. I love it. And sometimes in the city, it's kind of scary. So it's nice to have a little closed area where you can do that. So we have this word vivid, and it is our adjective that basically is describing something very strong and intense. So when there's a really vivid yellow color, that means it's very intense and bright yellow. It's like you can't miss it. So for example, you could say the artist used vivid green in the painting. That means it's not like a muted color, it's a very strong green color.
All right, getting back to the article, this picture-perfect yellow blanket offers a contrast to the pink cherry blossoms and the blue sea. The island also has several relaxing, pretty beaches.
It sounds very picturesque, like I want to just set up an easel and start painting the whole island.
Yeah, it does sound very beautiful with all of these different colors together. It's definitely something that you'd really be nice to see, and you kind of have to go in the right season though to make sure that you get all of those three colors together.
Yeah, that's true. I'm sure a photographer's dream, but it's probably not easy to do that. All right, well, let's go and see what Hanny has to say.
如果海洋比较吸引你，可以搭乘短程渡轮抵达能古岛。游客可以在岛上来租自行车，穿越在春天绽放的鲜黄色花田。那整片的黄色花田跟粉红色樱花，还有蔚蓝大海形成了对比。此外啊，岛上也有几座令人放松的美丽海滩。Winnie 老师觉得这景色听起来太美了，让人想要架起画架来开始画画。老师提到 easel 这个字 ，E-A-S-E-L。easel 就是指画架，尤其是指画家他们作画用的画架。那么课文单字 vivid， 它是形容色彩啊、光线等等，它是明亮鲜艳的、生动逼真的。老师还用到 muted，M-U-T-E-D 这个字则可以形容颜色它是柔和的，或是形容声音是轻柔安静的。接华课文中。
All right, thanks a lot, Hanny. Going back to the article. Exploring Fukuoka's shrines, tasting its famous ramen, or taking a short trip to nearby islands are just a few of the many ways to make the most of a trip to the city.
That's right. Continuing with the article, it may not be as known as Japan's larger cities, but that's exactly what makes Fukuoka such a special destination to discover.
That's right. Sometimes a lot of people love big cities, and I can see the appeal of, getting lost in a city and seeing all that it has to offer. But there's something nice about going to a really small town, and you feel kind of like, for those few days, you feel like a local.
Well, yeah, Fukuoka is probably not some place that many people would go for their first time to Japan.
Yeah.
But if you've already been to Osaka and Tokyo, it's definitely a place that could be on your list.
All right, well, let's go and see what Hanny has to say.
来到福冈可以探访寺庙、品尝著名拉面、到附近岛屿游览等等，相信还有很多景点跟活动可以让人去充分体验。那这座城市或许不像日本其他大城市那么知名，但这正是福冈值得探索的原因。文中用到 make the most of 加上名词，就可以表达充分利用什么什么。那我们接华课文中。
All right, thank you, Hanny.
Okay, now we have a what do you think question. So I'll ask you, Winnie, if you were planning a trip, which part of Fukuoka would you want to explore first and why?
Well, after kind of exploring all of the different colors, like from the cherry blossoms and, the vivid yellow, I actually would still go straight for the mentaiko.
Okay.
I would go to a yatai and I would try the different stalls because I can never get enough of mentaiko. I could literally eat it every day. And then right after that, I will, cleanse the palate with some tonkotsu.
That's a good choice. That would be my choice too. If I were to go back to Fukuoka, I would explore more ramen shops that I haven't visited yet.
And then after that, though, I'll finish the day off with a huge bottle of water because I feel like I would need it with all that salt.
That's a lot of salt. All right, well, let's review the article again and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
from the busy center of Fukuoka, there is a wide variety of other attractions to enjoy. For instance, Dazaifu Tenmangu is a shrine dedicated to the god of learning. The area surrounding the shrine is filled with stands selling grilled red bean mochi. Besides, the shrine's peaceful garden, with almost 6,000 plum trees, makes for a leisurely afternoon walk. Take note of the ox statue at the shrine's entrance, too, as it's said that whoever touches it will acquire wisdom. If the sea appeals to you more, a short ferry ride is all it takes to reach Nokonoshima. On the island, visitors can rent bikes and cycle through flower fields that burst into vivid yellow during the spring. This picture-perfect yellow blanket offers a contrast to the pink cherry blossoms and the blue sea. The island also has several relaxing, pretty beaches. Exploring Fukuoka's shrines, tasting its famous ramen, or taking a short trip to nearby islands are just a few of the many ways to make the most of a trip to the city. It may not be as known as Japan's larger cities, but that's exactly what makes Fukuoka such a special destination to discover.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 variety 名词，表示各式各样、种类变化。plum 名词，表示梅或是李。leisurely 则是形容悠闲的、从容的。acquire 这个动词，它表示获得，像获得知识、技巧等等。vivid 则是形容色彩、光线等等，它是明亮鲜艳的、生动逼真的。文法的部分，第一个学到了 make for 的不同意思，它可以表达造就、导致，也可以表达走向、向什么什么前进。第二个学到 it's said that 主词加动词，则是表达据说怎么样。第三个学到复合关系代名词是由 who、whom、which 或是 what 加上 EVER 形成。那它们所引导的子句可以视为名词子句，在句中当主词、受词用，偶尔也可以当补语。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
The Ren-Yan Building at Feng Chia University is a modern educational and conference facility that contains various university spaces. Let's take the time now and discover these different parts of the Ren-Yan Building. The Ren-Yan Education Innovation Center extends learning outside the classroom, with opportunities for peer-to-peer learning anytime, anywhere. The center extends from the copper mining hall to the first and second floors of the Ren-Yan Building. It has bright colors, adequate lighting, multifunctional furniture, and fast computers. The well-lit, spacious copper mining hall has reading material supplied by its two major partners, Linking Publishing and Commonwealth Magazine, which students can freely take and read. The Deer Hall, on the same floor, provides a space for rehearsals and performances. The building also contains two open spaces. The General Education Salon on the 10th floor holds many seminars. To satisfy students' educational needs, they can also submit lesson proposals to the Center for General Education. This allows education to extend beyond the classroom. A strong education begins with access to quality resources and a nurturing environment. The Ren-Yan Building serves as a center where students can truly reach their highest potential.